Hey everyone, Carla from Run Again Rover. Welcome to YouTube's one and only channel dedicated to CCL injury, surgery, and recovery. There's lots to learn. Come on, let's go. Today's video is about 6 games you can play with your post-op dog. So I know why you need this. Your dog is lying in their recovery area, crying, whining, and staring at you non-stop. It's enough to drive you But just because your dog is recovering doesn't mean they have to be bored. By the end of this video, you're going to feel great because you'll have some tools to keep your dog mentally stimulated as they recover. Number 1, a frozen Kong. If you have a dog that is a mega chewer, then you might want to get the black Kong. These things look like a little beehive shape. And the red Kong, which is a step down, I actually can use those for my dog who is an aggressive chewer. I use the red ones and then I freeze them. So you can fill this thing with all kinds of things. You can do some treats, like dog treats or little bits of dog biscuits. And then on top of that, you can do a little bit of peanut butter. You can do some plain yogurt. You can do applesauce. Sweet potatoes that you baked or boiled, canned dog food. I mean, it's endless. I would not use anything that stains. Sometimes people put things like plain yogurt, which is fine, and then they stick blueberries in there, and then as the dog is licking and chewing on this thing, the blueberries go on the carpet and then stain the carpet. So don't use anything that stains. Freezing these Kongs means they take a longer time for the dog to work on. So if you think, well, I'll just stick some peanut butter in there, well, that's fine, but your dog's going to have it done in 5 minutes and they'll be back to staring at you again. Hi, Mom. What are you doing now? Number 2, a Sniffle Mat or a Snuffler mat. These things are made of material, usually like that fleecy type of fabric, and you can drop little treats in there, and they're kind of like puffy. And you can drop little pieces of kibble in there or dog treats or whatever, and your dog has to use their nose to kind of find all the little pieces of food in there. Pretty cute. Number 3 is food dispensing puzzles or toys. Now, I can't give these to my dog because he eats them. He will go crazy to chew the toy apart into a million pieces to get the kibble. Not good. If your dog is like that, you might not want to use this as a solution, but they do have really great ones that you can drop little pieces of kibble in and then the dog has to kind of roll it around or turn the toy to get the kibble out. I do not recommend using these or giving these and then walking into another room, because if it is a ball-shaped one and the dog paws it and the ball goes there, you know who's going to go after it. We don't want that. We want a toy that kind of can sit right in front of them and doesn't involve too much pawing or activity to get the treat out of it. Number 4, the guess which hand game. This is just like the game that we used to play when we were little, right? Your aunt or grandparent or parent would stick a little candy or something in their hand and say, guess which one? Well, your dog can sniff out where the treat is and then get the treat. That's a fun one. Number 5 is the under the cup game, where you take 2 little cups, put a treat underneath, mix them all up, and see if your dog can find which cup has the treat. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot. You guys are actually going to get one extra idea. It's called a Leaky Mat. You can get these things on Amazon or at a pet store near you. And basically it's just a little square and it's got ridges in it that hold on to whatever it is that you spread on top. So people use things like applesauce, canned pumpkin, yogurt, plain yogurt I would say. Peanut butter is another popular one. So you just spread it on and you can freeze it. It'll take a little bit longer for your dog to work on it because it's frozen, but you don't have to if you don't want to. It also is less messy if it's frozen. So there you have it. 7 different things that you can do to keep your dog's brain stimulated instead of bored. Now don't forget, you can do these games inside the house or you can take your dog and move them outside, as long as it's nice outside. If it's too hot or too cold, obviously this won't work. But if you have a deck that is enclosed, or a sunroom, or a yard where you can be out there with your dog, not leaving your dog unattended, because it only takes one passerby, one stray animal, one squirrel, one delivery person for your dog to become reactive and then go lunging after them. So not even for a second should they be unattended. But go outside and do some of these games outside, or just go outside, set your dog up, read a book. They might be so happy to just be able to smell the smells and see the sights and feel the breeze and all that good stuff. That also is stimulating mentally for your dog. Now be sure that you give them something comfy to lie on. You don't want them necessarily on hard ground, nor do you want them on the grass with their incision touching the dirt. There are lots of microbes, bugs, and then the dirt itself that you don't want getting all mixed up in that fresh incision. Put down a sheet or a light blanket for them to lie on, or bring their dog bed out there if you are, let's say, on a deck. If your dog's incision happens to be on the side that is up facing the elements like the sun, my recommendation is that you cover their legs so the incision doesn't bake in the sun. It doesn't take a whole lot of sun to create a sunburn or really cause a lot of irritation to the incision, because that leg is shaved now. And the area that hasn't ever really seen a lot of sun exposure is now prone to being damaged by the sun's rays. So a very simple thing is to get a pillowcase or a sheet, nothing heavy that's going to push and weigh down your dog's leg, but just to cover over their leg to keep it free from being exposed to the sunshine or bugs or dirt. All right, so now you've got lots of great things to do with your dog, but there's still so much more to learn. Don't leave yet. Click on the next video. I would love if you would be one of my channel VIPs. What does that mean? There are a few ways you can actually do that. One is watching videos, so keep it up. The next would be to click the subscribe button. And the next is to click the bell icon. The bell will give you a notification the next time I upload a video. You'll be the first to know because you'll get a little ping on your phone. And then the last way is to share the video link with others you know who are going through CCL injury, surgery, or recovery. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.